Hello, world. Good evening. Welcome to another time here at Stephanie Glam. My name is Stephanie, and I am your host for today. It's lovely to have you again with me. Thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you're well, and I hope you've all been having a wonderful time. It's the month of January. I know some of us were not fully into the New Year activities. But as for me, I am fully in at the moment, so I'm ready to roll and ready to get started into this new year. And today, we're going to be looking at a very important topic, which I hope every one of you here will love to hear what I have to say about it. But before I dive into that topic, if this is the first time that you're tuning in into this channel called Stephanie Glam, I'm just going to tell you a little bit about what we stand for. So Stephanie Glam is a channel that believes in helping and empowering people to become a better version of themselves in any place or aspiration that they hold for themselves. So if this is the first time you're tuning into this channel, I say welcome. It's lovely to have you here. I would please ask you to please just give this video a thumbs up, or better still, just subscribe so that anytime I upload another new video, you will be the first person on the list to get a notification. And for my existing subscriber, I just want to say thank you so much for tuning in today. You are one of the reasons why I show up, and I hope you've been loving all the content that I've been uploading. So before I go on further, I just want to say welcome, welcome, welcome. So today we're going to be looking at a topic which I've titled Existing with a Growth Mindset. Yeah, I for one am all about growth, developing, and getting better at what I do. Because for me, every day is a learning day. And just like the saying goes, knowledge is power. And I currently just came across another new one that says, beauty is currency. How does that sound? Lovely. So thank you so much for tuning in today. So like I did say, we're going to be looking at a topic called existing with a growth mindset. Are you all about growth like myself? I am one for a good growth topic. So what is growth to you? To be a person who holds the room, you need to show you have the presence and the power to be in that room. That is all in the presence of that room. You need to present yourself in a way that shows that you are not afraid of showing up and you're not afraid of speaking out on what your beliefs are. You need to show that you're a person who is not afraid of being the person who has permission to be in that room. You are not a person who is afraid of being in this world and expected by society to just remain in a bubble. That is growth. And for you to be with that kind of person, to be that person, it takes time, it takes effort, and it takes investing in yourself. So existing with a growth mindset involves getting better at what you do, either in your job or in your business or in any affairs at all that you love. No matter what it is, as long as you're improving and you're benefiting for it, and as long as it's making you to be a better person, soon in time, with your consistency, self-belief, and self-assurance and persistency, you begin to achieve your goals and your desires. So it's only fair for us to say that having a growth mindset can involve you competing with others in the same position as you are. This may be intimidating for some people, but living sometimes involves rubbing shoulders with people who are aiming for the same goals and aspirations as you are. And sometimes this can create a kind of competition among everyone involved in the same race as you. Well, this is not the time for you to cut short of what you believe in. In such situations where competition is observed, especially when you are aiming to do better or achieve more in your craft, it is best to ignore such competition and concentrate on your own goals and aspirations by getting better at what you do and what you're passionate about. This way, you show your competitive side by being skillful, focused, passion-driven, and knowing that you are always you are only going into other ventures of success if any of your goals does not produce its fruit as you believed it would. This way, you show a mastery of successful habits of successful people. If you want to achieve the goal set by yourself, especially in the industry that deals with working with people, you need to have an awareness of who your audience will be. That the people who are able to support you in your journey to growth. To exist with a growth mindset, you may need to avoid or downplay interactions with people who have no positive impact to contribute, people who are satisfied with a low mentality mindset. You can acknowledge their presence in a polite way, but you don't have to involve yourself in their negativity. This sometimes may be classified as being rude, but this is not being rude, but you just being wise with your choices and the decisions that you set for yourself. So existing with a growth mindset can be achieved when you eventually get to the point that you can rebrand yourself in whatever way you choose to base your individuality, your lifestyle choices, the goals that you and standard that you set for yourself, and within your aspiration and interest. Knowing that your own reality can be achieved within the priorities that you have set for yourself. So, how do you exist with a growth mindset? What is your focus point for existing with a growth mindset? For instance, in a world that we live in at this moment, you don't need to be the best in your industry to get the most growth. You just need to convince people that you are the best thing that they need at that particular time. So think of yourself as good enough to achieve the goals and the growth that you have, and that to achieve the solution that is needed to provide people with the goals that they need for themselves. Be a solution provider to the problems of people around you. That way they begin to take you seriously. For people to take you seriously and think that you are the best person in your craft to do business with, you need to demonstrate traits that leaves people with no choice but to accept your acceptance and to accept you for who you are. You just need to be confident enough to make people think that you are the person that they need to get what they want to do to be done well. And to get to this kind of narratives, you just need 4 basic things. Some kind of confidence in yourself, some kind of self-respect for yourself, an ambitious spirit, and a whole lot of self-assurance and belief in yourself. 2, you need to turn your lifestyle, your passion, and your existence into a brand to demonstrate to people who you are. Think of yourself as someone who is intrigued and drawn to someone who shows confidence and positive energy. You achieve this by learning and leaning into your feminine essence, while you may still be learning and trying to figure things out on your way, because Rome was not built in a day. For example, investing in yourself, learning how you can expand and how you can create side hustles for yourself. To achieve this level of mindset, feminine essence is the key ingredient, a clean head and a positive mindset. 3, a good place to start is by finding ways to create new business ventures around your hobbies and the passions and the things that you love. And by this, you get paid for doing this. Because when you lean into your divine essence around your hobbies and your passion, you can create a successful business from that and get paid for it. This way, you get people to be interested in you. And this way, you start building a community of people around you that believes in your same passion and in your same hobbies that you've generated for yourself. Also, existing with a growth mindset when it comes to rebranding yourself is by creating a good environment that matters. And this can create, make or break you into a journey towards growth and development. Because when you surround yourself with positive energy and choices that you have chosen for yourself, you become part of 2 things. is either that choice leads you to further growth in your life, or those choices leads you to benefit and more development and improvement in your life. To differentiate between these two options, you just need to understand importance and values that is within your divine essence. The fourth point in terms of selling yourself in order to exist with a growth mindset and getting paid by it is through persistency and hard work and dedication that leads to growth. Because people who know to be the furthest in life are not necessarily the ones who are looking good at their best or the ones who are best at what they do. But these are the people who choose commitment even in the moment of distress, failure, and when hardship struck. These are the people that continuously aim towards the vision and the mindset and goals that they've set out for themselves. When you have a growth mindset, you need to let people know that having you as the part of their team is a blessing, and also it can lead to a better development for their own businesses. Because when you show this through your actions, your persistency, and your commitment, and if they are the right people for you in that moment, they will begin to believe in the vision and support you towards your growth journey and towards your journey of existence with development and growth set in mind. So viewers, to sum this topic up, existing with a growth mindset means you need to see yourself as being exclusive from the rest. This means that you cannot afford to live a life of mediocrity. You need to carry yourself in a certain way that signals respect. Speak loudly about your gift and knowledge in the right environment, and be confident about the achievement that you have achieved on your journey to growth. Let people know that you are someone who is in proximity with things that aligns with your purpose and your divine essence, your achievement and your lifestyle. Learn how to communicate with people in a way that makes them know that it is a gift that you are around in their own existence and in their life. So, my dear viewers, I hope this topic has resonated with you with the way it has resonated with me. So existing with a growth mindset is possible, but you need to put the work, the persistency, and the commitment that is required to become that better version of yourself. So if anything I have spoken on this video resonates with you, I will need you to give this video a thumbs up, or better still, subscribe. Until I hear you again, or I meet with you again, I hope you have a wonderful time. Feel free also to leave a comment below, because this is a community whereby we all grow to build ourselves up and to become a better version of ourselves. So till I see you again, you take care and you stay well. Bye.